more, we want to talk more about President Trump's Supreme Court Justice pick, Judge Neil Gorsuch.
Yeah, joining us to discuss that, political analyst Dr. Jason Johnson, who I believe looks like are you at Morgan State right now? I like that room.
I'm actually in Maryland at Morgan State as we speak.
Very nice. It's a good setup you got going there. All right, talk about, first of all, we keep hearing about this nuclear option of potentially only going with, 51 senators to confirm Judge Gorsuch. Now, they could do that, but somewhere down the road, if they don't end up with, a majority there, they may have some issues, right?
Right. The nuclear option is just that. It is a last-ditch, incredibly dangerous, only if we think we are facing the apocalypse option for both Republicans and Democrats. So I don't think that's what's going to be done. In fact, look, the Republicans, you only need about 8 Democrats to flip in order to beat a filibuster. You already have 7 Democrats right now saying they're open to the possibility of considering opening up committee to flip. So there's a decent chance that Gorsuch is going to go through, but we don't know yet. It depends on what the negotiating in D.C. is going on right now.
Well, Jason, tell us about this pick. Your thoughts on Gorsuch. Some have suggested that he would threaten a woman's right to choose, privacy rights, workers' rights. Who is he?
He will do all of those things because he's basically Anton Scalia 2.0. The whole process of putting this together has been very different. I mean, you don't usually have a situation where a presidential candidate gives a list of 21 potential Supreme Court nominees like Donald Trump did last year. And he eventually settled on this person because the conservative base of the Republican Party said this will be someone similar to Anton Scalia. And also bear in mind, he's incredibly young. So, I mean, at this point, presidents are pretty much picking people who are 15 minutes out of law school because they know that they will be on the Supreme Court for the next half century. So this is someone conservatives like, this is someone that Donald Trump enjoyed personally, and someone who, depending on the fight that the Democrats put up, has a very good chance of getting on the court.
Well, that was my next question here. What are you hearing? Are there 8 Democrats out there right now?
Well, there are 7 who said they might be open to it, but here's the larger issue here. Donald Trump's been in office for less than 2 weeks. You've had marches. You've had the Women's March. You've had a pro-life march. You've also had the marches against the ban. And many Democrats in D.C. believe that this is a stolen seat. Bear in mind, it was almost a year ago that this opening became available, and Barack Obama, president at the time, said, look, I have someone, Merrick Garland, and the Republicans refused to even meet with him. They refused to even vote with him because they claimed that because it was an election year, he didn't have a right to put somebody in. So you have many Democrats who say, look, if you were going to block a legitimate nominee that's basically a stolen seat from President Obama, and we're going to fight this. So we don't know how big this fight's going to be, but you have a lot of Democrats who don't feel that anyone who Trump picks has a right to get on the bench right now.
And quickly, Jason, we were told that President Trump has reportedly told the GOP to go nuclear on the Democrats if they try to block his pick.
Yeah, there are a lot of things that Donald Trump says that Republicans may or may not want to listen to. Look, the men and women who are in the Senate right now, they were here before Donald Trump got elected, and they will be here when he's gone. These senators serve 20, 30 years sometimes. And they recognize that regardless of what Donald Trump wants in the here and now, if they destroy the Senate, if they change rules in a fundamental way, it can come back to haunt them. It may come back to haunt them after the midterms in 2018. So I don't think they're going to go nuclear for this pick. I think it's more likely that you'll get Democrats to fold than you'll get Republicans to burn down the entire Senate just for one pick.
Jason, before we let you go, I know this is what you've been waiting for. Who wins the Super Bowl this weekend? Who do you got?
The winner of the Super Bowl will be the New England Patriots because over the last 5 years, the team that is closer to the median of a purple state ends up winning.
Jason.
Well, there you go. He used political reasoning behind that, at least.
Oh, come on. You break my heart, Jason.
Dr. Jason Johnson, thanks, man. Appreciate it.